My name's Christine. This is
Julian.
Howdy, I'm here with.
Justin Strong.
Your name is
April. Do you want my last name? Or?
No, it's okay.
Hey, I'm Anthony. I'm a freshman, and the year's coming to the end, so I was wondering if you, Christina, had some tips for incoming freshmen.
Yeah, so I'm a senior and about to be graduating, in December. So some advice I would have is make friends, put yourself out there. It's pretty uncomfortable to just say hi, how are you doing? But just do it, someone is on the same boat as you.
I would probably make sure to buy food, at the store, and not just eat at, the BSC, because that's just shitty food.
I would suggest knowing what you want to do and what you want to get out of college, because there's a lot that there is here to offer, and over the 4 years that you'll be here, or maybe more, it all kind of builds up, and if you know what you're doing at the start, you'll get a lot more out of it at the end.
Cool. Do you speak from experience? Did you come in not knowing what you really wanted to do, or why you say that?
Yeah, I wish I knew what I wanted to do when I was going into college, and if I had known that, I would have probably been in a better major, and I would have been involved with more stuff that I'd want to be involved with, which I think would have been really invaluable. 'Cause now, as I'm about to graduate, I'm just kind of figuring out what I want to do.
Right. What major are you in?
Computer information systems.
Any specific major-related tips you have?
If you're going the programming route in CIS, you should probably just be a CS major.
Just chill. You're going to have a rough time anyway, so just kind of chill. Don't worry too much about classes. If you fail a bunch, you can retake them.
Do you have experience with that?
I do have experience with that. I have a lot of experience with that.
Do you want to talk more about that?
No.
Well, yeah, so probably learn how to cook and also buy.
Important.
Yeah.
Very important.
And then buy food other than the BSC.
Oh yeah, the LO food. LO food is shit. Don't even eat there if you don't have to. Buy points. Just get points. Not the swipes, just points.
Thank you, Julia.
Of course, have to help. Julia.
I think you should also get to know your professors because, they're the ones that are going to help you get a job someday if you really get to know them and they see the potential in you, and that's a really good start.
Okay, because what I've noticed is that a lot of people, in a class, you just won't talk to each other. No one will initiate conversation or anything. So I guess be the start to that. Be the initiator. What's your major?
I'm a marketing major, and I totally agree with that, especially if you're an engineer or a science major. People tend not to want to talk to one another, but just say hi. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't hurt. Any major specific tips you have?
For me, marketing is super fun, and I guess the tip I have is just put yourself out there again and be outgoing. I think it's easy for a marketing major to be able to do that because business, you have to talk to people. But also it's all about uniting people as well, because with different personalities, there's different people. You don't always get along, but you just try to work with it.
Definitely get involved with a center on campus. Anything that can range from a pride center and undocumented services, ASI, which is student government, if there's an API, something like that, something that you identify with, just to be in the center space and and from there just start getting to know the people in there, get to know the coordinator of the place. You can attend their events. You don't necessarily have to always, because sometimes they have the stigma of you have to be associated with some kind of club, have some kind of label. But I feel it's already a step forward if you try to make an effort to be an active person in a center, because it's a smaller community within a larger community. And from there, I really feel you get to be exposed to all these different people, but at the same time, you all have something that keeps you in common. And that's how I felt, because I started at the APISC, which is the Asian Pacific Islander Student Center, and then from there I branched out and I started to talk to the director, and I started to make friends with the Filipino club on campus. So it was one of those things that if it weren't for me just making the initiative to from staying in my dorm to actually going out to study elsewhere, which is a student center, then it's gonna make a totally big difference. And it made such a huge difference because now I'm involved in almost everything, and it's definitely a worthwhile experience.
Would you say you got out of your comfort zone by joining those clubs and organizations?
Yeah, because initially when I was in the dorms, like I only was just in the dorms. I didn't, I was involved in like residential hall council, but that means like I only knew people in my hall. If anything, all the girls on my floor. And then I was only in a cultural club, the Filipino club, like I only hung out with them. But because I was like, no, I kind of want more for myself. Like, what do I want in the long run? That's how it helped me to kind of just like kind of kick myself and like really push and extend myself to what I can do. And then it's just really taking a leap of faith is like a big thing.
Yeah, so it all fell into place.
Pretty much. I have a great job that I love. I'm a supervisor here for programming, and pretty much like I'm already thinking about like grad school. I've made all these like great friends. I have so many great connections. I've actually figured out what I wanted to do through the people that I met through those centers.
That's so awesome. Good for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,